get it.
I think at the beginning of Edgar's book, it says to give and receive unconditional love from something that is not perfect is perfect.
I love what he represents. And folks, you definitely can get it at creationfield.com.
Yeah, thank you. That's so sweet.
Right.
Yeah, EdgarPingleton.com. I have to fix Creationfield. He's on there, but I got to get it's whatever. Just go wherever you want. I'll have it all fixed.
So what do you think is your message for the younger generation who are struggling with tough challenges in their lives because they have more challenges these days? And, you know, they talk to them all the time, to be honest with you. And they talk about stress, anxiety, and I'm sure there are cases of addiction as well and depression. What is your message to them when they're facing challenges like these?
All right, kids, this is anybody under 50 years old. You're a child to me. So here, kids, this is what I would tell you and recommend. What you don't understand at such a young age is all the little things that happen in your daily life, all the weird experiences and the insecurities and all the things that you're just trying to get a grasp of emotionally in your brain that hasn't fully developed into an adult. It's all little stuff. These are just little index cards in your brain and in your life that are not going to be registered to who you become and who you are as a man or a woman. They are very real now. Understand, if you put your phone down and you call your friend and you say, let's go take a walk, or let's go walk in the park, or let's go to the playground, or let's go do something that doesn't have to do with the phone for a couple hours. And if you do that a few times a week, it's going to be so freeing. Adults are too, guys. We are so captivated by our phones and the buzzes and the endorphins.
Oh my God, true.
For the little people out there, endorphins are those spikes of happiness. And then you have dopamine and you have all these things in your brain that are making you excited, but you don't know why. You don't know because someone left you a comment that feels good. But what you don't know because you're so young is, how is that really benefiting your life? How is that going to build your future for success? Advice for the younger generation is, your phone's awesome. Like, it's amazing what your phones can do. But try to remember that all the generations before you guys didn't have these phones, and we all grew up pretty okay, and we all have social skills. You have to be able to sit at a table and talk to your parents and talk to your parents' friends.
Converse.
Have conversations. Have fun.
Exactly.
Life isn't your phone. It's not TikTok and Instagram. These are just things that you think are important because everybody else around you. Be the coolest kid and tell your other friends, I don't care about Instagram. I don't care about TikTok. I'm way above. I'm a lot more mature than having to worry about my likes and my followers. I have life to deal with. I'm a young, old soul. I'm going to figure out life while you guys are working on your dance videos, which are not really going to get you a job when you get older. So there you go. That's my advice for the youth of today.
Great advice, I might add. What do you say to those who are encountering the cyberbully online? Talk about them spending a whole lot of time in social media.
Yeah, it's the same principle. Like if you're having a bad online life and if people are being rude to you, first of all, I can't say it's not relevant because it's a very serious thing that I don't ever want to publicly speak about, knowing what someone could be going through. So let's put a disclaimer on this, that this is Adam's own personal advice that is not done by a therapist or a certified life coach. So look, if people are getting bullied and people are having a hard time, one of the things you should probably do first is talk to an adult. Hopefully, if your parents don't understand, then go to a guidance counselor at school. Don't worry about what other people think of you. If it's that serious and you're really having a tough time, you need to talk to an adult that will identify and be there for you. And that should be pretty easy for you to decipher. If someone's just blowing it off, but it's really impactful to your soul, then find the next adult, even maybe a friend's parent that you know you can confide in. Find someone that you can tell that you're having a really hard time before it becomes a bigger issue. And maybe, dumb advice that's not as helpful to you, but maybe don't worry about what's online and build a life for yourself. Find that one really good friend that you can have your own little clique with. You don't have to be friends with all the popular kids in school. All the weirdest dudes that became giant, successful billionaires.
Amen.
Probably the Elon Musks and the Mark Cubans. They were very nerdy. Bill Gates. All these people were nerdy guys that had their own little followings and their own couple group of friends. Do that. Be your own dude. Be your own lady. Be your own little girl. And make your own group and really thrive, flourish, and don't care what everybody says you look like or you act like, because at the end of the day, you'll be laughing at them when they're still making TikTok videos at 40 and earning, minimum wage while you cured cancer and probably built 14 companies. So good for you, nerdy kids. You're my kind of people.
Hey guys, if you like what you see, don't miss a moment. Subscribe and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X.
What a wonderful way to put it. It's true. Well, they're making videos at 40 on TikTok.
Yeah.
And you're curing cancer.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Thank you
think
for
it
those
says
kids
it
that are
all.
Yeah, thanks for those kids that are getting yelled at that are curing cancer, because I
Man.
appreciate it. No, I don't want people to get yelled at.
You're painting a very clear picture for these guys, and I hope they follow that advice, because it's a powerful one. What do you think makes up a good material to write a good song or book or a movie?
Well, I don't know, but I can do here. I'll do this for you. So
Cool.
most of my stuff is very mainstream commercial. So
I
I
love
thought
it.
I
That's
thought
right.
I thought I'd prepare something funny for you today.
Great.
To me, yeah, I write heavy songs and fun songs and very pop commercial music. And then sometimes I do something that's kind of like you could see at the end of a like a rom-com. And I'll just kind of come up with some ideas in my brain of, and I'll hum. This is my writing process, by the way. So I'm just giving you a little.
Sure. No, it's great.
One-on-one. We're getting ready to do our second songwriting course, by the way. So yeah, so then something will come out to where I want to make people laugh, and then I want to make people think. So then I wrote this song, and it just sounds like you're talking about smiling, but if you listen to the words, it's kind of like a dark comedy kind of moment, and it goes goes a little bit like this. I just smile, and the world seems forgiving. My neighbor dies, I just smile. Well, he's not living. A baby cries, a dog runs wild, but I just keep on living. A happy song when they are gone makes the world seem bright. Hey, my name is Adam Gaynor, former original member of that band Matchbox 20, and you are watching the ZarahRocks show. Enjoy it.
Your trailers, do you feel like you've already done best trailer?
I think I every time try to evolve, try to
Like an
rewrite
artist. Yeah.
the music. Just every time I make one trailer and I think, oh, this is great. Oh, this is very nice. Then when I make new trailer, I make new stuff, and the new stuff also sounds good. The company like the music, and I try to evolve myself to grow.
That's very
Yes.
good. So, what do you say to the younger generation who are pursuing Hollywood? They want to be an actor, they want to be a sound engineer, they want to be a movie trailer guy like you. What do you say to the young folks out there who want to go work in Hollywood? Do you have a message to the younger generation?
The first thing is keep your dreams alive.
Oh, amen.
This is very important.
I'm getting goosebumps.
Because the dreams are things that makes your way. I'm coming from one very small town in Bulgaria, and the people not dream it to be in a Hollywood or some big dreams, but I dream it to make music for Hollywood movies. And now it is true. I did it.
Oh, wow.
I have
Dream
now,
come true. Yes.
yes, absolutely. I have now more than of 200 movie trailer campaigns,
incredible.
spots, video games.
Amazing.
The talent and hard work just open the doors. But you're in the room. You have to make the steps go up and dream bigger.
Yes.
And the most important thing is keep the dreams alive.
And never giving up. And
Yes,
no matter
absolutely.
how many challenges you have and rejection
the
after
challenges-
rejection after rejection, you still
Yeah,
go.
The
Never give up in
challenges
Hollywood.
are great because you develop the skills, you grow.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
the challenges are really great.
My God.
And I not fear from challenges.
I love it. I love your spirit.
Yeah.
I love your
Thank you.
tenacity.
Thank you.
I love your strength. And I think people can, once again, learn from you. You said something very important, I noticed, and that is, you said you love challenges. That's exactly what I always say to folks who fear that they might give up in life, or they might say, hey, this job is too hard. This dream is too much for me. I can't go on anymore. And I always say, first of all, nothing is easy in life. There's always challenges in life. And if you want to go for something such as your dream, as big as that, you have to be passionate. Like you are. You have to have the passion inside, the emotions inside. That enables you to not give up, because when rejection and all those hard things in life come your way, you say, it doesn't matter. I pick up my sword and keep going and fight until I get into
Absolutely.
Hollywood, like you did. And finally,
Yes. Fight,
success.
fight.
Fight with your horse and your sword, and you keep... I mean, to
Yes.
me, I equate life as a battle. I've written it in my yet to be released book, Guardians of Our Dreams. And it's about a battlefield. I talk about life, how life is a battle for me. In my case, I had lost my husband. I had my own challenges. I went through a tremendous dark period. And to be able to get back to life, get things going for you, and to be passionate about life again, it takes strength. Like you said, it takes emotions and passion, that you want that dream. You want to keep going. You want to seize it. You want to fight. And nothing will stop you. And have that focus. Like, I can tell you have that focus in your work. It's very important to stay that way, because that will bring you success in the end. And I think it's a good message that you have for these kids. So if you were a superhero, Tihomir, like name one, Superman, Spider-Man, whatever, who would you be and why?
I'd be someone who control the time. Because the time is everything. Maybe someone like Doctor Strange. I love this guy.
Oh, I don't blame
Yes.
you. I love him too.
Yeah. The most important thing in the life is how we use the time and what we doing. This is maybe the most important thing in my life. What I doing with my time.
Really? You think time is the most
Yeah.
important one?
I saw Chinese movies, and the monks make meditation, make a practice, make a fight, and these people use the time. These movies have very good impact on me. Yes.
Wow. Were you inspired by music growing up?
Yes, the music. I was child when I saw Titanic.
Oh
the
my
movie.
God, what a movie.
Yes.
Oof.
This was my biggest inspiration. Really.
Wow.
I love James Horner.
Up there for you.
This music is so emotional, so
Yes, very emotional. Yes.
eternal.
Yes. It's beautiful, isn't it? I mean,
Absolutely beautiful.
there's nothing like absorbing great music. To me, when I hear the Titanic, since we're talking about it, I felt like I'm a huge fan of live orchestra. And it's like when you start picking up that first note and the symphony of it, the harmony of it, it's like moving earth. It's really earth-shaking for me. I'm a rock artist, so it's been a classic combination when famous rock artists put orchestra in their rock songs like Queen. Beautiful. I love it. It's amazing. I don't know what about orchestra that makes it so extraordinary experience. Do you feel the same way? Unbelievable.
Yeah. The orchestra, I don't know, just out of space.
Yeah. Good line. I agree. They're out of this world. They're outer space, as you would put it. They're just in the next level, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The,
Absolutely.
the emotions that bring out of you when it comes to orchestra, I think there's nothing like it. More than just a regular instrument or another song that you hear. I think I'm a big classical song listener as well as classic rock listener. I like it all. That's fantastic. You have, again, such an incredible story that you have not only told and will still have to tell in the near future, because you have this success now. You broke into Hollywood, and then you're going to go upwards and upwards. You're going to go to heaven. Tihomir. First, you broke into Hollywood with your sword and your horse riding to Hollywood house, and now you're you are here, and 200 something trailers later on, who were fierce. You never gave up. You kept charging with your sword, and you fought and kept going until you found success. That ability to never give up. I think we get our strength and our character from inspiration, from either something else or someone else.
I really like Sir Anthony Hopkins.
Yes,
Amazing
who doesn't?
guy.
Who
Yes.
doesn't not like him?
Yes.
This is Tihomir Hristozov, and you are watching the ZarahRocks show.
Yeah, but not everyone's as strong as you. I've known you for a long time now, and you've been a very
Thank you.
strong person even before you went through these trials. It's
True.
easy. Like I said, it's not like when we were growing up. The distractions now can kill you, the designer drugs and that kind
True.
of thing, with just next to nothing. So
Right. And if you pick the wrong one, you're
yeah, I
chasing
mean,
a rabbit hole. You're
yeah, and there's so many things. There are a lot of support groups out there. It's just any
True.
form of exercise whatsoever. The endorphins will help with the depression and that.
natural alternatives, I might add.
And it takes an effort because, I mean,
Exactly.
you-
You have to want it, right?
got a crushing depression. You just don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
And, you have to sort of take a walk around the block and start building up on that. It's tough because basically most people are on their own, especially in those situations.
That is true. And that is a scary, dark path, which I have walked myself. And to me, experiencing pain at that highest level, I put my pain in my creativity. I put my pain in my art. I put my pain in my book, my song, everything. So that helped me. In fact, that saved me. And so I always encourage younger people, like, if you have the passion for art, music, whatever, lean into that besides in your support group. Lean into something that you're good at.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, you will get through it. It will
Yeah.
not be the end of the world. Trust me, nothing about it I do not understand. I'm very big on that. So you're absolutely right.
Believing in a higher power bigger than yourself.
Yes, most
That's-
of all, for me.
That's above and beyond everything else.
And everything else falls from there. I absolutely could not agree more. So stay through the course, folks. You will get through it. More than not. So have you experienced any failure where you almost gave up on your music at some point in your...
No, I'm too stubborn.
I love that. I think being a rock and roller, you always have to have this stubbornness and rebelliousness,
Yeah.
because that's what makes our passion stay through the course, right?
And plus, I believe in myself. It's like,
Exactly.
most of the people that told me that I couldn't do it are waiting tables now. There'll always
so
be
true.
naysayers out there, and it's very easy to be affected by them.
You are so
You know,
right.
the gossip mill and everything.
Right.
And I see it in the music business and everything.
I love when you underscore the fact that you were stubborn and you didn't listen to anybody, and most people out there who said this to you are not doing what they love. And here you are. I'll tell you a really quick story that relates to that. I had a great drummer who auditioned for me one time he was very talented and he wanted to make it so bad. One day I ran into him in one of the restaurants and he was a waiter. Talk about the waiter we're talking about. He says, "Hey, how's it going?" He was so happy to see me. And you're still doing your music? I said, "Yeah, is there any other way?" And he says, "Well, I don't know how you can do it. I'm now happy with this, career in my life, da 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 da." And I looked at him like, really puzzled. no, I don't know what you're doing, giving up your music. Just when you're confused about why I'm staying through the course, I'm equally confused why you gave up your music. And of course, less than a year later, I opened up for the Goo Goo Dolls and started my music career. And this is exactly back to what you were saying, Stu.
You're very much the same as me. You're stubborn.
Exactly.
And you believe in
I
yourself.
don't care what you say.
And it's, it's nothing wrong with waiting tables. It's an honorable
Exactly.
profession.
I was going to say, I said that
But
too.
someone who's got talent, it's not easy. It's not like when everyone out there who's decided to be a musician or an actor, it's not like their parents turn around and go, oh, great for you. You decided to become an actor or a musician. Every last one of them turned around and said, don't do it. Have a plan B.
Exactly.
Every single one of them, because it's not like you've turned around and said, oh, I want to be a lawyer or a doctor. You're saying,
Right.
I'm going to throw caution to the wind and hope that I can make it in this business where it's littered with broken bodies.
Right.
So it's not like your parents are so overjoyed you've. So everyone warned you about it.
Exactly. Exactly. Boy, you nailed it again. It's not like your parents are gaga over your career. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the heck are you doing with your life? In fact,
my
they're
dear-
very nervous.
Why do you think the younger generations, like yourselves, are facing more challenges these days?
I think one major reason is not as many support systems for us nowadays. I feel like, especially in the US, it feels very much like an individualistic society, and a lot of like our challenges and our struggles are things that we have to face ourselves. And there doesn't seem to be a lot of like support and help for us a lot of the time. So yeah, that's one thing I think for us.
What would you like to see when you're saying we don't have a whole lot of support?
I think bring back third spaces would be very helpful, and just have places for young people and teenagers
To
to be and grow and and speak and just be
Yes,
around and
yes.
learn skills. Because I feel like a lot of the time, like, we're being thrown out into the world without a lot of the life skills we
Manual
need.
guidance
Yeah.
and a lot of help. And I understand that this is one of the things that I'm committed to, putting a platform for you guys so you can speak. And entertainment industry is a very powerful industry, as we all know. And I think combining both, I think a lot of times in my experience have helped.
I'm Micah,
I'm Antonia.
and you're watching the ZarahRocks show.
What was really funny is my mother, she was like, all this money on your education, you're going to throw it away by
Right.
being a musician. But my dad was very supportive. He sort of helped me get my first equipment and everything,
Oh.
and took me to auditions and rehearsals and that before I could drive. But my mother was like, all this money on your education, and always giving me grief for it. And then when I was married to Colleen, we decided to go on our honeymoon in a Scottish castle for New Year's Eve.
Nice.
And it was the time I'd got the deal for the first Heaven and Earth album, which was a 6-figure deal, which was a huge amount in those days. So Colleen and I went back to England and visited my mother, and she had this party and asked me to play at it. And I was playing some classical piece or something. And she said, oh, and I always believed in him. And I'm looking at her, Colleen.
That is so funny.
I'm always you. And I'm like, yeah, right.
Well, how did you react at that point?
Yeah.
You're looking at her. You're like, what are you talking about?
Embarrass her in front of all her friends, but yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is indeed a night to remember. I would say that is true. I always remember stories like those because we're artists, right? We live and breathe with our passion. And so if we don't take care of that passion, it's like, running water. And if you don't attend to it, it'll become stagnant and you can't have the continuous flow of the river. That's how I see artists. We have no choice. They don't understand. We have to do it. Goodness gracious, that's funny. I had my good laugh for the day.
Yeah.
I can't stop laughing. Oh gosh, I don't think you ever told me that story either. So do you have any regrets in your life?
Oh,
Like,
there's always regrets of things that you could have done differently.
Sure. But major ones though.
Not really.
Good answer. I love that.
There's no point in
love
living in regret. If you've done something that's hurt someone, try and fix it. That's all I can say.
Never too late.
It's never too late. Try and fix it, but don't live in regret. It's just going to
Nor the past. I always say just learn from it, but don't live in it. It will kill you.
enjoy the memories. Learn from it, like you said. Don't make the same mistake twice.
Right, exactly. Oh,
You will.
try not to anyway. Some people are just stubborn in the wrong way, Stu. We
I've
know
been in
that too.
Well, I've made the same mistake over and over again.
Exactly. You see it all the time too. It's more common than you think. It's like, how long are you going to be doing this? You're right. I have to say I'm with you, because if I have a major regret in my life, then I won't be where I am today.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And I won't change it for the world, no matter how painful of a road that was. It made me a much better version of myself. And it completely changed my life. So yes, I too don't have any regrets. I don't think that's for me. If you have a chance to come back in another life, who would you like to be and why?
Probably want to come back as myself, but knowing what I know now.
Why do you always have the perfect answers, Stu?
I don't know that.
I love your answer.
Yeah, if I could come back.
I love it.
But knowing
the better version of you're saying, basically.
Yeah. Hi, this is Stuart Smith from Heaven and Earth and Sweet, and you are watching the ZarahRocks Show.
This people work so hard. There's an army of people. Yes, you may see us with adoring fans now, but we work, the scenes that you don't even know about. Now, are you willing to pay for those things? And if you are, great. Then, you will have that chance of being a rock star someday. So unveiling those things behind the scenes, I think, is very important, because again, you don't want to be caught up with just the facade of, like you said, bringing the tour bus home. You want to be real. You have to know your priorities, your partners, and who's supporting you. Once you're centered in that respect, you become all the more powerful. I mean, look at you. I really cite you as a good example. You have been supportive, David, of the kids for a long time. Your eyes always lit up, and you caught my eye when I was even interviewing a bunch of people, including you at the Goo Goo Dolls concert. You were not only one of the kindest, and you're the type who only say what you mean what you say. And you were very real right from the beginning, which is why I was determined to find you again, because I thought you were such a perfect candidate for the show. And I did successfully. This is really wonderful. It makes my whole heart sing. This is great. So what's your message to the younger generation who are struggling with tough challenges such as stress, anxiety, depression these days?
Well, like I, said earlier, persevere, believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing, and be kind.
Wow. Straight to the point, right? Yes.
No time for bullshit.
I love that about you. I mean, you have been around the block, so it's like you don't have time for that. And I love that, because we're about being real. This is why, I wanted to talk to you. I know somehow you would be perfect in this show, because first of all, you've done it before. This is just a podcast version of it. And, it's about being real in life. It's an honest conversation. We're interested in, who inspired you, and we want to be a part of the solution for the younger generation and better their lives. So we're very proud of that theme and that objective. And I'm even more prouder when I have guests like you. That's, fantastic. But could you imagine yourself being someone else? In other words, a different type of role. Like if you were doing another career successfully as well today, would you equally be satisfied with that?
Oh, yeah. I think, like I said earlier, I really, I love sports. If a couple things I would have had a better ACT score and gotten into Miami University, I probably would be an athletic trainer right now, but that didn't happen. I get really fascinated with the movement, professional sporting teams. Like it's the whole concept of, not that, it is different.
Yes, that's very interesting.
But, that was my thing, is like I was going to go to either Ohio State or Miami University, but Ohio State was too big. Miami was a possibility, but didn't have the grades, so get study.
Yeah, exactly. That's another one, folks. David Ellison says, study your homework, study your tests, and everything else.
GPT on your ACT and SATs.
Yeah, exactly. You can go a long way too. That's part of the hard work, I think, that you guys should
take it again, which
we
didn't do back in my day.
Exactly. Can you imagine? But someone else will say, Well, hey, David, you didn't do bad yourself either, even if...
No, yeah. I'm okay with where I landed. Yeah,
exactly. So it's like you asked us to further study, but here it is. You did well after all. We might just follow that footstep anyway. That's funny.
But that's I would have enjoyed that career. But then you talked earlier about fate, and fate has led.
Yes.
This has led me to the life I'm leading right now, and I wouldn't want to really change it. I'm David Ellison, and you're watching the ZarahRocks show.
Well, that's it for us for today, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Feel free to leave me any comments or any questions you may have, and make sure to tune in to our next episode next time. And remember, it doesn't matter how your story begins. It matters how it ends. I'm your host, Zarah. Until next time, I will see you later. Bye for now.